Bias and variance are very important concept in machine learning. So first, we'll try to understand what is bias and what is variance. Okay, so bias is nothing but it's a assumption made by my model about the underlying structure of the data. So take an example here. So here I am simply using linear regression to fit my data. So here if you see that I have denoted all the data points with the help of red circle, right? And if you'll use linear regression to find out the pattern from this data, it will produce a high error because we can clearly see that the pattern hidden inside my data follows a non-linear pattern, and my linear regression model would not be able to capture those structures. Most of the real world problems does not follow a straight line to find out the pattern, right? So in this scenario, these type of model will produce a high error in my training, and that's the concept of high bias. And in machine learning, we have multiple models which follows a high bias pattern. So like linear regression, right? So which is based on some set of assumptions, and if assumption does not meet, it will produce a large amount of error. So similarly, logistic regression, so which also make some assumption about the underlying structure of the data. Okay. On the other hand, we have concept called low bias. So low bias are those aspects where model does not make any assumption about the underlying structure of the data. The model can take any shape and form to find out any hidden pattern inside my data. Okay. But on the other hand, the high bias is very rigid in terms of the shape and structure they can form. So for linear regression model, it can be only straight line, right? And it cannot take any other shape and form to find out the pattern. So which is very rigid. So that's why it produces a high bias when we'll try to fit it against the non-linear sort of data, right? And low bias example could be decision tree, right? So in decision tree can make a very complex model to find out the pattern inside my data. So take this example. So here I have denoted all the data points with dot, and my model has predicted all the data very accurately. You can find out the pattern, right? So it has made a very complex structure to find out the pattern. Okay, so these are the scenario where my model can take any shape and structure. So like this has taken some non-linear structure and which is very well fitted against my training data. Okay, so we have example like decision tree, random forest. So these are the examples of low bias model which will produce a very good result against my training data because it has learned everything from the data, and whatever it can do, it has learned those features and concepts. Okay, we also have SVM. So in machine learning we have multiple algorithms which falls under this category of low bias. Okay, so that's the first concept. We have understood what is high bias and what is low bias. Now we'll try to understand what is variance. So variance is the amount by which my target function will change if we'll make slight change in my data. So take an example here. I have fitted this model using this red lines, red dots, and if we'll modify the data slightly, so I'm just modifying the data slightly with some. So take an example, if I will shift the data like here, okay, or here, like this, it will produce an error, right? Because this model has learned all the data point and it has built a very complex structure to find out the pattern. But once we'll deviate the data slightly from the red dots, it will produce an error, right? And that's not a good sign for a good model. Because if we'll shift the data slightly from the learned data point, it will produce different sort of errors. So which indicates that my model hasn't learned the concept to map input features to output, right? So X and Y. It hasn't learned the concept. And for any slight change in the data, it will produce different sort of errors, right? And if you will average out all the errors produced by all the data points, and you will check the spread, how much variation we have in the prediction, it will produce a variance, right? So during machine learning, we need to find out how much variance my model has. If we'll change the data slightly, what sort of errors or what sort of variance it produce. And if it will have very high variance, that means high amount of changes in prediction, then that's not a good sign for any robust model. Any complex model, so like decision tree, random forest, which is very flexible in terms of finding out different sort of patterns, because it has lots of parameters which they can use to find out the pattern. And if we'll not control those parameters, it will produce a variance if it would be applied against the new set of data. So take an example, decision tree. In decision tree, we have max depth. If we'll not specify max depth explicitly within the model, it will try to go infinitely deep, and it will try to find out whatever structure it would be able to find out. It will just learn everything. So in other words, it will memorize everything from the training data, but it hasn't learned the concept, the actual concept which we need for applying these models in the real world scenario. Every model will have some parameters through which we can balance between the bias and variance, right? So if we'll reduce the max depth from infinitely deep to 4, 3 or 5, it will reduce the complexity of your model, right? And at the same time, it will also reduce the variance, right? So in this way, we always need to think about how best we can use that model to make it very robust in performance against the unseen data. Because that's the actual aim we have, right? So we don't need to predict it against the training data, because using training data, my model has learned. But in practice, it needs to be applied in the real world where the environment is very dynamic and data can change slightly up and down, right? So that's the concept of bias and variance, right? So we have seen these two examples, and in the bottom, if you look, the scenario where I have shown the pattern learned by my model with the help of this blue line, you can see that it's not passing through all the data points. It has learned some concepts and is trying to find out the pattern. And if we change the data slightly, so take an example, if we change the data slightly from this point to this point, it will not deviate too much. My prediction will not deviate too much, because my model has learned the concept, and a model has learned how to map input features to output, right? So these are the scenario of low bias and low variance. So my model is good enough to find out the actual pattern. So my model is complex, but it's not too complex that it will learn everything from my training data. But at the same time, it will not deviate too much if my data would be slightly different, right? So that means it will produce a low variance. So these are the good model which we need to target always while building any machine learning models. And if you look these examples here, I have just tried to explain with the help of this diagram. So here the inner circle which indicates the truth, and dots indicates that the different prediction made by my model. So you can see that it's within the inner circle, so which indicates that it has a low variance. It's not deviating too much from my ground truth, right? So that's the ideal case we need to always target. On the other hand, if you look the high bias and low variance scenario, where my ground truth in the middle, inner circle, but all the prediction made by my model is very far, and you can see that all the prediction made by my model is here. Okay, because here we can see that the linear regression model would not be able to find out a non-linear pattern, and it will produce a large error, and that's what we can see in it here. But all those errors would be very close, because linear regression model cannot predict what it can see. It can see, right? So all the errors would be very close to each other. So that's what we can see it here, right? So that's the scenario of high bias and low variance. But on the other hand, the low bias and high variance scenario, you can see my prediction is varying too much, right? So you will not see any consistent pattern. So which is a scenario of high variance. So we don't have consistency, and which is not a good sign from the machine learning perspective. Okay. Now we'll try to understand from this figure. Is also that it will help you in understanding how we need to optimize it. So here on the x-axis we have model complexity, and on the y-axis we have model error. And if you see that as we reduce the bias, right? So take this from this side. If the model complexity grows, right? So from very less flexible to more flexible model. So like linear regression to decision tree, SVM, neural network, right? So these are the more complex model. The bias of my data will decrease, so which means that my training error will improve, right? Because we are using more flexible model, and my model would be able to find out the pattern within my data, right? So that's the concept of decreasing bias against my training data. But at the same time, variance will increase, so which means that as we are reducing the bias, we are using the more complex model. That means the probability of any error made by the model will also increase. That means if we apply different set of data, and if my model is not identify the actual concept, it will produce an error, right? So you can see that it's decreasing, it's increasing, and this point where my model is at a minimum, right? At this point my model is at minimum, and beyond this point, once we'll start decreasing the bias, so that means we'll start increasing the model complexity, my variance will also increase, and the error will start growing. So from this diagram you can see that my total error reduced till this point, right? So this is a sweet spot we need to target. Beyond this point my total error will increase, right? Because variance will increase, and we are using the more complex model, so which is not a good sign, and we always need to avoid going in this region. Avoid. Okay. And we can use different machine learning models, and different machine learning models will have different sort of parameters, and using those parameters we need to make sure that we are not using very complex model, and how we can reduce the bias to make it more robust, right? So that we can hit this point, and that's the point we call it generalization. At this point, model has learned a good concepts about how we can take different inputs to produce the desired output, right? So we always need to target for generalization so that it can work well on the training data, and also it can work well on the unseen data, because that's the actual outcome of building any machine learning model, right? And this diagram will always help you in finding out the required parameters which you can modify or change, and how we can optimize this bias and variance for individual models.